Let's do something different. Hey, I have other interests outside of Marvel. I mean, I have at least one other interest outside of Marvel, namely Nintendo. And you aren't a Nintendo fanboy if you don't worship at the altar of Super Smash Bros. So of course, I am patiently waiting for Sakurai and his team to drop that sweet, sweet reveal trailer. At the time of writing, the Sephiroth has been out and terrorizing the world of Smash for a few weeks now. The world is starting to get antsy. We know there are somehow still 3 characters left to be revealed until Fighter Pass 2 is finished, and who knows who the final characters could even be at this point. So many rules and restrictions we once placed on the roster have been shattered, which seems to have been Ultimate's goal from the start, and the DLC characters have run with this. I am so excited for whoever comes next. The only question is, who is even left? Of course there are countless characters still available. Let's get some of the big ones out of the way. I do not think any assist trophy is getting bumped up to playable character status, so while that sucks for characters like Isaac or Shovel Knight, it isn't all bad, because it means Waluigi is locked into where he belongs. Sorry. I also think that characters that are now Mii Fighter costumes are not coming in, which means Gino will also probably not be getting a chance to be playable. I know he has his fans, but I think if he was going to join the roster, he would have already. I also always liked Mallow more anyways. Moving on! So far, of all the DLC characters, we only have 2 first-party Nintendo reps, Byleth and Min Min, and well, trust me, Super Smash could always use more Fire Emblem Sword characters. I do not think any core Nintendo franchise is really lacking characters anymore. Really, the only one I could see is a new Pokemon, possibly one from Generation 8, like maybe Cinderace. That might be cool. Or they could do one of those mid-generation legendaries, like Zeraora, or possibly the new one Zarude. Honestly, I don't see either of them being very likely, but they are probably the best choices for new characters. But this is Sakurai who threw a plant at us for the first DLC character, so who knows? Barraskewda confirmed! So who do I actually want to see versus who do I think would fit? Well, I think it's about time for an Ubisoft character to join Smash. Nintendo and Ubisoft seem to have a solid relationship right now, and of course every mind would probably immediately jump to Raymond, and yeah, he probably would be the best character to represent the company. He's already a spirit, and as Min Min showed us, that does not disqualify you. So Raymond would be a solid character, but he's hardly that relevant. A Ubisoft franchise that is incredibly relevant is Assassin's Creed, with nearly yearly installments. Ironically enough, Assassin's Creed is actually a Mii Fighter costume already, and while this should eliminate based on what I said earlier, for some peculiar reason during the costumes reveal trailer in America, instead of showing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Cross Assassin's Creed, they showed it as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Cross Altair. But why? This always struck me as odd. It's not like Assassin's Creed is known as something else in the West. Was it really just an error? Well, from where I am standing when picking a potential fighter with a franchise like Assassin's Creed that does not have one singular protagonist, you use the most famous or well-liked one, or the first. Well, Altair was the first protagonist, but he's hardly the most famous. No, in my opinion, the best Assassin's Creed character that I feel has a legitimate shot at the roster is the protagonist from Assassin's Creed 2, 2 and a bit more, and 2 and even more. Ezio Auditore di Firenze. I feel like he could be an amazing fighter with a distinct style from the already in place Assassin's Creed Mii Fighter costume, with potential for fun and interesting stealth gimmicks with a vast repertoire, and could represent the entire series as a whole. You know another character I would love to see? Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, screw build-up and reasons, I want Crash. Years ago, before the Insane Trilogy was released, Crash Bandicoot seemed like a dead franchise, but now, with the release of the Insane Trilogy, the remake of Crash Team Racing, and the recently released Crash Bandicoot 4, which is now coming to the Switch by the by, the franchise is looking fairly healthy. I would not say it's necessarily thriving, but it is alive, and putting Crash into Smash could be a shot in the arm the franchise is crying out for. Plus, we already have the kings of 2D platforms in Smash with Mario, Mega Man, and Sonic. We need Crash to complete the trio of kings for 3D platforms as well, along with Mario and Banjo-Kazooie. Plus, how funny would it be if Crash got into Smash Bros. When he was not invited to PlayStation Mouthful titles years ago? Irony to the greatest level. And sure, Spyro could fill this role too. I just prefer Crash the Dragon. But both could work, and I don't see both of them getting it. Orange or purple though, pick your color. Let's dial things back and focus on what would make logical sense and what I really think they should do. When you think of fighting games, what games come to mind? Smash Bros, duh. But what else? Street Fighter, Tekken, King of Fighters, and oh right, Mortal Kombat. Yes, I know the style of Mortal Kombat is over-the-top violence, and that would not fly in Smash Bros, but come on. Certainly there's something they can do. They can easily tone down the blood and gore and fit a character in. Maybe do something like they did with Joker's Final Smash, where the blood is removed, but the style is there. The question then becomes, who would they use? Okay, this is a simple question that really boils down to one of 2 options. Because while I have always loved Raiden, the 2 most popular and recognizable characters are Scorpion and Sub-Zero, both of whom would work and would do a great job at representing the franchise. But let's be real. Everyone wants to hear Scorpion's famous "Get over here" in a Smash Bros. Game. Make it happen, Sakurai. From one competitive game to another, I think a character from Overwatch makes a lot of sense. It's immensely popular on the Switch with fun recognizable characters. I think it just fits, and while it's a shooter technically, the guns are built to be lasers and have colorful explosion. Yeah, it clicks. Like with Mortal Kombat, there are plenty of faces, but there is not really one that technically stands out above the rest. And while a cyborg ninja or a powerful and intelligent gorilla could be fun, Tracer is without a doubt the face of the game and has been pretty much since the start. Plus, her zipping around the stage would be tons of fun and open up a lot of potential for fun new mechanics that pretty much all the DLC characters have. Okay, I've got one last off-the-wall, never in a million years, pie-in-the-sky character that I would love. Well, franchise I would love to join Smash Bros. Before the big one to close things off. I love Nintendo, but I have also owned an Xbox console for most of my life for a certain game I don't want to talk about right now. Owning an Xbox opened my world of video games, and one game in particular changed how I even looked at video game narratives and I fell in love with. Yeah, we're going there. Bioshock, a landmark game that changed everything for me. I love this franchise. I love the world. I love the concepts. I love Bioshock and Infinite. Both of them stand near the top of my favorite games of all time list. So this video would not be complete with me at least mentioning it, and well, it's crazy, but so are so many other things that are already in Smash, so I'm putting it here. Plus, the Bioshock collection is on Switch, and Bioshock's Big Daddy was a playable character in PlayStation's mouthful of a name. So the franchise is open to crossovers. The Big Daddy is certainly an option, and is the face of the game series. Hell, the main character from Bioshock 1, named Jack, doesn't even have a face in the game, so he'd probably be out. Maybe we take someone from Infinite. Maybe Songbird? That'd be cool. Almost like another Ridley, but more robotic. Or if we're still going off of crazy new styles of fighting, maybe something that combines the run-and-gun Booker with the powers of Elizabeth? A combo fighter, kind of like Duck Hunt, in a way. That'd be cool. Will this happen? Probably not. But man, I'd go crazy if it did. Okay, I'm ending this little list of characters with one last one. It hits all the boxes. It would be a crazy big news story. It has been dreamed about forever, a character from a genre-defining, video game landscape-shaping franchise with a storied history that continues to this day. Yeah, that's right. I'm the guy that wants Master Chief in Smash Bros. Honestly, I can't imagine a character bigger than Chief joining Smash. This would be huge. I remember seeing those mock character rosters even back in the days before Brawl that would include Master Chief, and I thought they were ridiculous. So silly and impossible. But now? Banjo-Kazooie and Steve are both owned by Microsoft. Master Chief and Halo are the faces of Microsoft. They were what carried the Xbox into prominence. And while the Halo franchise is not what it used to be, letting Master Chief into Smash is the perfect way to solidify the games in gaming history. With power armor, laser covenant weapons, explosions, putting Master Chief into Smash would be so easy and jaw-dropping. If any of these can come true, this is the big one. I want Master Chief in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. He deserves the spot, and I can't imagine anyone better. So that is my list, and I could probably go on and throw in more characters that I didn't talk about, but I'd be fine with them joining the roster. I just don't think they are that likely, or I don't have that much connection to them personally. These are just the ones that I like and I think could fit in. So who will make the cut? God only knows, and it's possible that none of them will. That would imply that this entire video was a waste of time. And on second thought, let's just assume everyone is getting in. Yeah, I like that outcome better. Anyway, see you later!